guys, welcome back to another amazing video you're gonna watch. And today we're gonna be showing you how our garden has changed. I hope you guys enjoy the video and please subscribe.
Our scallopinis are only a few weeks old, and you know they're doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good. They look pretty healthy. They're pretty green.
They've got
They're
really big
leaves. They're
leaves.
sprouting really well. In this corner here is our tomatoes. So in the last video, you probably saw 3-4 inch seedlings, and now they're pushing 12, 14, 16 inches in some of these pots. So they're doing really good. We added the cages so they could climb up them. Over here are our beets. Now these guys were looking a little weak. In the small pots, we transferred them to these 3-gallon buckets, and they're just thriving now. They're loving this light. In the back here, primarily cucumbers. We've got a couple of different mixes. And over here, we've got our beans, and beans. And they do climb.
You see, these small plants are different than the bigger plants with watering. So I'll show you how we water our small plants. We water them with a couple sprays of water just to make it enough for each plant, like that. And then these big guys don't really need as much water, so they just need a few sprays, just like that, and then that's good. But you saw me spraying those smaller plants, and they need more water than these big plants, more times than the big plants. The big plants need less water in less of time.
So for you guys who are watching in our last video, you noticed that this shelving system was on the opposite side of the wall. It's a standard shelving system that you can get at Costco. I'm pretty sure you can get them at Walmart too. They're straight up 6 feet tall, 48 inches wide, and you can stack your shelves in a row. I think they come with 5 or 6 shelves. But when we had to move them over onto this side, we needed to expand. We needed to get a little bigger, a little wider, so that we can have more light to shine upon all these plants that are growing. And they're growing. They're growing, people. It's ridiculous. I was never able to keep anything alive, not even a cactus. And apparently I have a new calling, and so does my wife and my kids. We're doing good. These things are green, they're strong, they're producing fruit. So the way we designed this rack here is we took some of the shelves that were supposed to slide onto the main arms. We took them and we added them to the front of the shelving system. Now I did that so I can lay one of my aquarium lights on top of this extra shelf in order to shine light in front of the shelf. Now by transplanting scallopinis, melons, cucumbers, peas, tomatoes, we needed to put them in buckets. Mind you, we were a little overzealous. We jumped into this a couple of months ago, and we should have waited a little longer. But we didn't. We wanted to see how we could produce some fruit for our new journey next year. Now, the way I did this is I added an extra shelf here to hang my light. Under this shelf, I tied another shelf that was in my closet when I bought the house. This was originally a shoe rack. So I just zip tied at a couple of corners under my main shelf. Now I'm able to put my seedlings here to allow them to grow strong and close to the light before I move them over to an area where the light's a little higher. So now I've got 1, 2, 3 shelves on my main system. In the front here, I hung this 4th shelf with chains and S-hooks. Very simple, very easy. Tie wraps in the back, It's a do-it-yourself project, guys. It's not a big deal. Now, while I'm giving plenty of light to my seedlings, the light is also shining down below onto these buckets. And so is the rest of the light from my other T5s. So as you can see, like I said before, we've got cucumbers, we've got peas, we've got melons, we've got tomatoes, we've got fennel, we've got scallions, all in huge buckets in a tiny, tiny office that measures maybe 10 by 11. And at the same time, we conduct business in this center here. So it is possible to do it cheap. I think a rack like this you could probably find on a buy and sell for $25, $30, $35. Chain is very cheap in this small size, so are a few S-hooks. Again, one of my shoe rack shelves here, I just hung that so that I could hang this 36-inch light, actually it's a 48-inch light, to shine over my tomatoes. Very simple, very cheap, guys. Anybody can do it. If we can, any of you could.
Well, does it look like we're doing this like in the middle of summer? Well, guess what? Turn around. 3 feet of frickin' snow. I'll come back to you guys later. Hey guys, I'm gonna be talking to you about this amazing, very clever apple. Well, first, my dad went to work. He discovered his boss had an apple, so he said, "Hey, can you cut that apple open?" Took out one of the seeds. For somehow, this seed was already germinated. You guys want to give it a squirt? Here, you guys give it a little 2 squirts. 1, 2. Good job. See you guys later. Thanks for watching Scatterbrains, guys.
Please subscribe and slap that like button as soon as you can.
And if you guys have any comments, please list them below.